and welcome to episode 3 of Let's Talk About Fantastic Beasts. Today we are going to be talking about dragons. So as always, I will be using my copy of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. So, there's a lot to cover with dragons actually. The two things we've done before, which was Nifflers and Acromantula, they were made exclusively for Harry Potter, whereas as you know, dragons weren't. So, there's quite a bit to cover. So let's go straight into the book. So here we go, this is what the book says. Dragon, Ministry of Magic classification 5X's, which means known wizard killer / impossible to train or domesticate. Probably the most famous of all magical beasts, dragons are among the most difficult to hide. The female is generally larger and more aggressive than the male, though neither should be approached by any but highly skilled and trained wizards. Dragon hide, blood, heart, liver and horn all have highly magical properties, but dragon eggs are defined as Class A non-tradable goods. There are 10 breeds of dragon, though these have been known to interbreed on occasion, producing rare hybrids. Purebred dragons are as follows: Antipodean opali, Chinese fireball, common Welsh green, Hebridean black, Hungarian horntail, Norwegian ridgeback, Peruvian vipertooth, Romanian longhorn, Swedish short snout, Ukrainian iron belly, and that's it. And then it gives you a little bit of detail on each of the dragons I've just said. And I'm not going to read you all of it, obviously, because we'll be here for quite a while. The dragons that we have already seen in Harry Potter is the Chinese fireball, the common Welsh green, the Hungarian horntail, the Norwegian ridgeback, and the Swedish short snout. They're the dragons we have seen in Harry Potter, and the dragons we haven't seen is the Antipodean opali, the Hebridean black, the Peruvian vipertooth, and the Romanian longhorn. So some people are speculating that it will be a dragon in Let's Talk About Fantastic Beasts, in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, sorry. In the upcoming film, there is a big danger, as we know, and a lot of people are speculating that that could be a dragon, so maybe it will be one of the species we haven't already seen. There are people who are trained to work with them, called dragon keepers or dragonologists, and as we know, Charlie Weasley works with dragons. It says here, most of the dragons in the films seem to be based on the modern design rather than the classic design for dragons. Most noticeably, their wings don't sprout from their back, but are rather the modified forelegs of the dragon, as in real-life bats and flying reptiles. This style of dragon is actually known as the wyvern. Apparently in the movieverse, dragons and wyverns are one and the same, although wyverns are more commonly used than four-legged dragons. Now that is an interesting fact actually, because for any of you that watch Game of Thrones, I know I do, there is big debate as to whether Daenerys' dragons are dragons or wyverns, and there's been a lot of debate about that, not just in Game of Thrones but in a lot of other fandoms, whether dragons are actually dragons or wyverns. We have seen various dragons in Harry Potter, like I mentioned before. We know that there could, well, we don't know this, we speculate that there could be a dragon in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which leads to the question, how did Newt get a dragon in his briefcase? That's illegal for a start, so is he being a little bit illegal with it? And all of these other questions that we do not yet know the answer to. Like I said, dragons were not invented by J.K. Rowling. Dragons have been around, or the idea of dragons have been around for a long time. I'm not going to delve into the mythology and the history with you because this video would just be far too long. And I think dragons is something that will be continued. It will be something that will be used for a long time to come. There are some creatures, as you know, that are specific to a book or a film. For example, like we talked about Nifflers and Acromantula. They were specific to Harry Potter and obviously Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. But with dragons, I think we will be seeing dragons in movies and other media for a long time. I don't think the idea of dragons is going to go away. I don't think authors or filmmakers or whatever will stop using dragons. So merchandising for dragons in Harry Potter. There is a lot of merchandise that is to do with the dragons, a lot. This is my version of Norbert in a teddy form. There's a lot of Harry Potter merchandise that involves dragons. The Creature Vault, which is a book over there that has an entire section on dragons. The illustrators of the various Harry Potter books all have very different ideas on what a dragon should look like, and they've utilised that in their artwork. So if you want something with a dragon on it or anything like that that's to do with Harry Potter, then it will not be hard to find. And of course we will get more dragon merchandise if there turns out to be a dragon in Fantastic Beasts somewhere to find them. That's all I really wanted to talk about. I wanted to be very brief with it. I didn't want to go on and on about dragons because, like I said, that would have been a long video. I find it a really interesting topic, and one of the reasons I wanted to do this series was just to speak about the different Fantastic Beasts, because this area of Harry Potter especially fascinates me, and this is why I'm so happy that a movie, or indeed 3 movies, are coming out based on the Fantastic Beasts in the Harry Potter universe, because they really do fascinate me. Thank you ever so much for watching this episode. I hope it's been informative. I'm sorry if I missed anything out. Once again, I didn't want to go on too much, so I'm very sorry if I missed anything out. And next week's video will be on hippogriffs. If you would like to know more about dragons in the Harry Potter universe, like I said, please let me know in the comment box down below. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you next week with another Let's Talk About Fantastic Beasts. Bye bye!